Spawn. The world of Spawn is steeped in darkness, corruption, and the supernatural. After dying in betrayal, Al Simmons becomes Spawn, a Hellspawn soldier caught between the forces of heaven and hell. This world isn't just about street-level crime, though that's bad enough with mob bosses, murderers, and corrupt officials running rampant. It's about the eternal war between celestial and demonic forces that spills into the human world. Living here means you're always a potential pawn. Demons, angels, and other hellish creatures manipulate humanity for their own purposes, using cities as battlefields and humans as collateral damage. The streets are crawling with violent criminals, but the greater threat lies in the unseen world of souls, curses, and infernal contracts. Even death offers no escape. You could be dragged into hell to fight as another mindless soldier in its endless war. 2. L-Corp, Lobotomy Corporation. The world of Lobotomy Corporation is a nightmare of corporate horror, where a company harvests energy from terrifying supernatural beings called abnormalities. Each abnormality is a monster or anomaly that defies all logic, capable of killing employees in gruesome ways or driving them insane with just a glance. Imagine going to work every day knowing that your job is to manage things like living weapons, entities that feed on fear, or creatures that can warp reality itself. The facility is a death trap. Even a single mistake during containment can lead to an ordeal where the entire building is overrun by horrors. Employees are expendable, seen as nothing but tools for extracting energy, and death is almost guaranteed. Every day is a balancing act between sanity, survival, and the constant threat of total containment failure. 3. Hard to be a God. The setting of Hard to be a God is brutal medieval dystopia at its worst. The story takes place on a distant planet where society is trapped in a dark age of ignorance, violence, and cruelty. The powerful rule with unchecked brutality, and the common people live in squalor, subjected to executions, torture, and constant war. The worst part is the hopelessness. There's no sense of progress or escape. Anyone who tries to change the world is either crushed or corrupted by it. The environment is dirty, disease-ridden, and full of human suffering, making survival a daily battle. It's a place where humanity's worst instincts are left unchecked, and life is cheap. Before, Warhammer 40k. The Warhammer 40k universe is arguably one of the bleakest and most violent settings ever created. The galaxy is in a state of endless war, with humanity ruled by a decaying imperium under the godlike emperor. Life here means living under constant oppression, where the government is as terrifying as the enemies it fights. Heresy, mutation, or simply speaking out against authority can get you executed. Or worse, the galaxy is full of horrors. Alien swarms like the Tyranids that devour entire planets, chaos gods that corrupt souls, and endless battles that reduce entire worlds to ash. There's no peace, no safety, and no future. Only war, suffering, and the faint hope of dying quickly rather than being tortured by some hellish entity. 5. Shadow of the Colossus. On the surface, the world of Shadow of the Colossus looks peaceful and desolate, but that emptiness is its own kind of horror. The land is cursed, haunted by colossal beings that must be slain to revive a single life. Each Colossus is a massive, ancient creature, and bringing them down requires dangerous battles that feel like climbing living mountains. But the real terror lies in the price of victory. Every time a Colossus is killed, a piece of dark power enters the protagonist, slowly corrupting him. This is a world where desperation and sacrifice twist morality, where the act of saving someone you love could doom your soul. Living here would mean isolation, curses, and the knowledge that every victory comes at a terrible cost. 6. Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid is one of the most realistic depictions of a zombie apocalypse, and that's what makes it horrifying. In this world, the question isn't if you'll die, but when. The undead are slow but relentless, constantly gathering in swarms, and a single bite means infection and a slow, agonizing death. Survival isn't just about fighting zombies, it's about scavenging, crafting, and avoiding mistakes. Food runs out, power fails, and every day you have to decide whether to risk going outside or slowly starve. The atmosphere is bleak, with no hope of rescue or a cure, only the certainty that everyone's time eventually runs out. 7. Lies of P. The world of Lies of P is a twisted, nightmarish version of a fairy tale. It's a place where mechanical puppets, once created to serve humanity, have rebelled and turned into murderous, bloodthirsty killers. The city of Krat is drenched in blood and mystery, with streets filled with grotesque machines and mutated horrors. The atmosphere is oppressive, blending steampunk aesthetics with gothic terror. Even if you're not killed by a puppet, the nightmare of alchemical experiments, mechanical monstrosities, and corrupted humans makes survival almost impossible. It's a world where trust doesn't exist, and every corner hides something designed to kill you. 8. Remnant 2. Remnant 2 takes place across a multiverse of dying worlds, each one collapsing under the weight of the Root, a monstrous alien corruption that spreads like a plague. These worlds range from post-apocalyptic wastelands to warped dimensions full of nightmares. Everywhere you go, you're met with grotesque creatures, ancient curses, and hostile environments that offer no refuge. The Root isn't just a physical threat. It's a force of corruption that infects anything it touches, twisting both worlds and people into unrecognizable abominations. There's no safe haven, no stable reality, just an endless struggle to survive against enemies that feel more like nightmares than living beings.